What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another Attila and Zay video. Today we are coming at you from the Bohol province, from the Bohol island, and we have a jam-packed video for you guys today. We are going to be checking out the Tarziers. We're going to be going to the man-made forest full of massive mahogany trees, and last we are going to be looking at the world famous chocolate hills. Yesterday when we were buying our ferry tickets to come here, I got back some change and I noticed this thing for the very first time, that Bohol is actually on the 200 banknote right here, and you can actually see that chocolate hills and the Tarziers are right on the banknote right there. So that is how important this place is, and that is how cool these little animals are. And we are going to be starting out this video by going to a Tarsier sanctuary. We're actually here right now. We're just talking outside here because you have to be extremely quiet once we go inside. So let's go and check them out.
You guys may notice that I am whispering. It's because you have to be really silent when you're visiting these animals. This sanctuary is actually for non-profit. It's been around since 1996. It cost us 150 pesos per person to enter the sanctuary, and our guide told us there's actually 100 tarsiers in this conservation. But right now there's only 6 for viewing, and this morning they were only able to locate 3 of them. When we went and did our little walkthrough, the second one was actually hiding because she has babies, so we only actually got to see only 2 of them, but they are so cute. They're the size of my fist. They're really tiny. They like to cling on to branches low to the ground. They mainly eat insects, and they're actually an endangered species.
These animals are actually very delicate and very sensitive emotionally, so you have to be quiet around them, and that's the reason why we're walking around in silence in the sanctuary, for example. And you cannot do flash photography, or obviously you can't like touch them or like scare them or do anything like that. And a sad fact is that they get so stressed out that they're prone to suiciding, and the way they do it is they bang their head like to a tree, which is really sad to hear. So make sure when you guys come here, if you do come here, to be really silent and respect all the rules that they have there, as well as the no flash photography, of course, and all that.
This was a really cool experience to come and see these animals. Just a side note for you guys who do want to come and visit this sanctuary, you're not going to be here for long. We were in there for about 5 minutes because they quickly walk you through the path where they can locate them, show you the animal, and then you move on to the next one. And because we only saw 2, we were out of there pretty quickly.
And just like that, we are going to be heading on to our next destination right away. We are going to be heading towards Chocolate Hills, but before we get there, we're going to be driving through the man-made forest, and we are really excited to see it.
We got to Bohol Island by ferry from Cebu City. It cost us about 800 pesos each for a 2-hour ferry ride, and that's not including the 100 pesos they charged us for our big suitcase. We got here, we're excited to be here, we're excited to explore the other islands, and right now we actually just stopped in the man-made forest, and we're gonna take a look at it really quickly.
When you drive through the man-made forest, you will definitely know that you're entering it. 1, because there's a sign. 2, because there are a ton of tourists. And 3, because the landscape completely switches up from what you're used to driving around Bohol. When you're driving around Bohol, usually it'll be all palm trees and tropical like trees and stuff like that. And when you come in here, it's all mahogany trees. They're straight up, and the temperature actually cools down as well. These mahogany trees here create a really nice canopy and a lot of shade, which is really nice. And there's just a lot of people pulling over. They're taking photos. It's a very picturesque spot. And yeah, it's very beautiful. We're loving it.
Fun fact, a lot of these trees were actually planted at the same time, so you'll notice a lot of them are almost the exact same height.
And just like that, we have made it through the man-made forest. You guys actually suggested that we check this place out, and there's absolutely no regrets. It is a really, really cool place to check out, especially like I was saying, the change, how it's like different from everywhere else in Bohol, and then you enter this forest and it's like a completely different world, and it stretches on for 2 kilometers. And something else we did notice is that there was a lot of trees that were falling over, and we're thinking maybe that could be because of the typhoons or bigger storms, but it was really cool to check out. But right now we are going to be heading towards Chocolate Hills, so let's get going.
And just like that, we have made it to the iconic Chocolate Hills. Bohol is actually known for these unique formations, which are the Chocolate Hills. We're so excited to check it out. Let's go.
This right here is actually one of the hills, and there's stairs on here, and you get to go all the way to the top, and there's a very spectacular view up there where you can see all of the other hills from. There are hundreds upon hundreds, and we're really excited to see this view. We have made it to the top, and as you can tell, the views are definitely not disappointing. They're beautiful. It's 360 degrees and it is so beautiful. You can see all the hills. Extremely awesome. You can see right over there in the very distance, there is a little bit of rain coming down, but we're hoping it'll kind of avoid us and not rain on us as well. But yeah, very beautiful.
It is a little bit of a workout to get up here, the steps. We got a little sweaty and out of breath, but nothing unmanageable. When you are making your way up here, there is a checkpoint where you have to pay an entrance fee, but we only paid 50 pesos each, which isn't bad at all.
You can definitely see right here that there's kids up here, so it's definitely possible for anybody to come up here. There's actually a lot of kids, and yeah, everyone's just enjoying the view. Yeah.
There is this plaque here with the information of how these land formations came to be, and it says that it started 2 million years ago with the uplift of coral deposits and the action of rainwater and erosion together, and slowly over time it created these massive chocolate hills.
There's about 1,200 or so of these hills over here, and they are absolutely beautiful. It's actually just mesmerizing watching them, and in the dry season they actually end up turning like a cocoa brown color, which is kind of like contrasting with all the greenery of the jungle, so that must be really cool to see. But at the moment it is not dry season, it's actually typhoon season like we have been saying, and they're not as cocoa brown as they would be in dry season, but they're extremely cool to see still. And something else you get to see when you're up here, besides the hills, is some of the beautiful rice fields. And that has been honestly a highlight for me just driving by the road. There's massive areas with like a lot of rice fields, and they're so green. I just love seeing them. It's one of my favorite parts about traveling in Southeast Asia. I love seeing the rice fields. The rain is approaching from the distance right there, and I think we're gonna have to probably wait it out or leave soon and head somewhere else and just beat it.
Nature is so cool, and the formations that it creates in all the different ways. This place is really interesting. If you are interested in nature and this kind of stuff, this is a 100% recommended from us place to come and check out.
That was an absolutely incredible experience checking out the Chocolate Hills. They are spectacular. It's kind of mind-blowing how many they are and how interesting they look. It's like almost not natural, but obviously it was created by nature, and that is the coolest part ever. And right now we are actually gonna do one more thing as a bonus. We're gonna head to some waterfalls that's on our way back to town. One thing that I've been really liking a lot about being in Bohol is the fact that it's not a massive island, so you could do a lot of exploring in one day. Like you can go to 4 or 5 sites and explore, and there's no rushing, and that's one thing that I've really noticed and have been loving. I guess when we were at Chocolate Hills, we spoke a little bit too early. We thought we had escaped the rain, but on our way to the falls, we actually got hit by some pretty heavy rain, and the roads leading to the falls are not the best, but we did make it, and it is still raining a little bit, so we're trying to wait it out under this hut. The falls that we're at are called Pangas Falls, and it's actually right behind Zay. We can see them from here, but we can't wait to go down there and actually check them out a little bit closer and do a really nice B-roll sequence for you guys.
Also, I would like to thank the really friendly locals, give them a shout out in the video, because they said hello to us as we were driving by, and within 15 seconds it started pouring, and we turned right back and asked them if we could hide under the shelter with them. They said yes.
Unfortunately, looking at the sky, it doesn't look like the rain is going to stop anytime soon. It actually looks like it's getting worse, so we are going to be putting the big camera away, but we will still head down there in the rain and film it with the iPhone and maybe the GoPro and show you guys. But as you can see, the rain is still going pretty strong out there, and it's actually getting way worse, and we kind of don't like driving in the rain, but we're already here, so might as well check it out.
And just like that, we have made it back to our hotel. We were driving back in the rain. We got completely soaked, but we waited the rain out to show you guys the waterfall anyways, so we weren't not gonna show you guys. We hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please leave a comment down below if you had a favorite part. Please leave a like and subscribe. We'll see you in the next one.